guys, my name is CJ Wilson. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, this is episode 2 of building Lego sets in Minecraft. As I said last time, we built the Lego Dagobah Lego sets. So here it is. I'm just going to showcase it quickly one last time. Here is what we built last episode. Now, today we're doing the Lego Batcave. Now this one's much bigger and it's probably going to take me much longer. So without further ado, let's get into it.
And I started off with making the little circle in the middle. It's not actually that little, it's a big platform where the computer goes on the top. So I started by doing deep slate, but then changed it to polished deep slate because I didn't like it. Anyway, I added the lights and then started to build it up. So adding polished andesite for the first layer and then making the tower in the middle, which was a bit complicated, but we got there in the end. So then I just built it up, making a little pattern to go with what was there. And then after a bit, it looked quite nice. I then added those weird like things. I don't even know what they are, but they're there. And then I got to building the platform at the top where the computer goes on. Now that's a very dry platform, to be honest. It's not that exciting. But I filled it in and then started work on, oh no, not yet. I added some diorite there to make it look a bit nicer. And then went to work on, after sleeping, went to work on the computer. Now the computer was very hard because there were a ton of like little pieces and bobs. Yeah, pieces and bobs. So I used gold for the yellow parts and not spruce, warped buttons for other parts. But overall, it doesn't look much like a computer, but that's the best I could get. I then started work on the bridge in the back that connects the front part to the back parts. Now it wasn't that interesting, but it was interesting enough, and I tried that pattern, which actually worked quite well, and then extended it out a bit. Now the back was a bit tricky. I obviously had to measure it out, making sure it was working. Then I got that part done, and then I tried to figure out what to do with that pole in the back that goes up. I ended up just doing it with blocks. Then added those little walls on the side, and then built up the back out of polished black stone. So I fiddled around with it, I decided on a little pattern, but then realised it was way too small. I extended it a bit, but then I realised it was way too small and destroyed it all and tried to make a better pattern that would extend a bit further back. So I built the new thing up and it actually looked much better now that it stretched along where it was meant to stretch along. So the back worked quite well after that, but then I tried to fiddle a bit with the pole again. Wait, no, I didn't do that. Anyway, I got to work on the those weird things on the side that stick out. I don't know how to explain them other than the weird things on the side that stick out, but that's fine. So the weird side things came along well, and then I started to do the mud. Well, they're not actually mud. They're like a weird beige, like a dark shade of beige colour. It's a really weird colour, and the closest thing to it was the mud block. So I fiddled around with the mud and tried to make it look quite nice, which I'm not the biggest fan of this mud. It looks very weird, but it's the closest thing I had to that weird beige colour, and I had to do. And then I got to the top of the back, well no, after fiddling with the mud a bit more, and then went to the front of the back, or the front of the bunker, but no, I just did a computer part on the top. It's very fiddly trying to get, I was constantly looking at my actual Lego set that's down in bottom on the floor where I'm recording. It's just there, so I was constantly looking back and forth to see if it was looking right. So that's what you see. Well, no, you don't see it, sorry. It's just why there's tons of gaps and there's tons of things like not going wrong, and it just looks a bit odd, I guess. Anyway, I had some buttons and levers, and then that big bat computer thingy was ready. Anyway, that was looking really good now, and then I had to add the bridge at the back of it. So the bridge was starting construction. Well, I started construction on it. It was a weird bridge because there were like tons of little parts for it, and yeah, so there were like pillars that came down. Like from the end to the thing. Anyway, I redid the entire thing because it looked odd. Anyway, there it is. It looked much better then. So I added those things on the side. I don't know how to explain them. They're like railings, I guess. I did explain them right there. I was lying to myself. No, I'm just joking. So there was the bridge and I added some things to the back. Then came the pillars, which were very fiddly. They were very hard to do, but I did them in the end, and I tried to copy it to the other side then. So obviously I'm looking back and forth there to get it right. Anyway, now there were the two sides to do. Nope, there wasn't the two sides yet. I added a wall. Alright, now there was the two sides to do. So the first side is the prison. Oh, my controller lost connection. Oh no. Oh wow, it must have lost for a very long time. Let's cut. Ooh, my controller's back. Alright, so then there was the left part where the prison is, where a penguin keeps his penguins or something. I don't even know. So I do know quite a bit. No, I'm lying to myself. I don't know anything about DC, but still, I tried to say that I do. So I started to build up the prison with where the penguin keep his penguins, and it looked very odd. So this one took a lot of like adjusting the height, adjusting the background, adjusting everything. Everything was just back and forth, looking odd. The packed mud appeared again, looking for the beige colour. It looked odd, but eventually I got it to look nice after reimagining the entire back and then adding a darker background with blocks of coal. I don't know why I picked blocks of coal now that I think of it. There was still a lot to build, so I got to it. And I I made the back, and then there was the bridge that went up to the top bridge. So it was very complicated to get the angle right, but I think I got it in the end. Well, no, I really don't think I got it in the end. It's very hard because it's very steep, but if you like really look into it, it looks very odd. So I tried to get it. I don't think if I got it right, but it's good enough, I believe. So I used like stone slabs on the side. I don't even know. It looks fine from most angles though. I then did the Batman dresser thingy. So that one, I tried to make it on an angle so it would come in. But on my set, it is on an angle. On the set, on the screen, it looks a bit different. So I started off with the second layer again there, and then I got to put the third layer of slabs, and then I filled it in with andesite, polished andesite, not andesite polished. So the glowstone actually looks really cool at night time. Anyway, I got into doing the hanger, I guess you'd call it. It was really weird. It took a long time to get it right, especially with slabs having to you'll see the struggle I had here. And there's even a point where I just couldn't get it right. I don't know where it is, but there is a point where I just couldn't get it right for like 5 minutes. I might be making that up now that I think about it. I think I was making that up. Anyway, I filled in the top. No, I didn't fill in the top. I made the where the armor stands went then. So I added where the armor stands go, and then added like spots on the floor because they're there. Then got the armor stands ready with tons of different armors. Now I filmed this before 1.20 came out, but now the 1.20 is out, I can change these for armor plating, but I can't do that yet because I recorded that this clip in 1.19, which was a bit sad. I should have waited. Oh well, now for the right side, we've got the Batman spinny machine. I don't know what they're called, but Bruce Wayne goes in one side, flips around, and then it's Batman coming out. So this one was, again, very complicated. It was very weird. There were tons of shapes, there were tons of angles, there were tons of things, honestly, just tons of things. Like, there were spots under the floor and stuff, there were, like, different things. It was so confusing, but anyway, I got to do this wall thing that it obviously doesn't actually turn around, but it's good enough. Anyway, I went to add more of the mud to make, like, the walls, because the walls are made out of that, but it's also not really made out of that. See what I mean? It's very complicated, but I tried to push through and tried to get it to look like it's meant to be. Now, I do think I don't know, it looks a bit off, but it also looks a bit fine. I don't know how to explain it. It looks alright. So, adding that, and then I needed to get the bridge right, so the bridge needed to go from there up to the top, so it's going to be a very steep bridge, but I tried to do sandstone first, and then I tried to do that to basically lift the thing up a bit, and then started the bridge. The bridge was quite hard to do, actually. The bridge took, because it was really steep, I needed to make it look not too steep, but so that you could walk up it, but still, reaching it. Anyway, now I'm finished.
It's complete. Now, it looks a bit weird, to be honest. It does look a bit weird. But I feel like that's just because there's no floor on it, but I'm not going to put a massive floor on it. In fact, I am going to put a massive floor on it. Alright, it's time. I've put it at night time to capture the Batman feel, I guess. And here it is. This is the Lego Batman in Minecraft. So let's go through it. This one's a weird build. It was really weird to capture in Minecraft, as there was lots of angles, lots of curves, lots of things, I guess. Let's just see. So in the middle here we've got the island with the big computer on it, which isn't that interesting to be honest. It does look kind of cool, but that's it. And then has this bridge to this back part, which there's meant to be like a railing that it's not a railing, but yeah, it's on, you can see it, and I didn't know how to do that, so I just did a line of gold. I use a lot of black stone in the back part, which isn't used in anywhere else in the build, which does make it look a bit weird, but it's fine. There's also these pillars to go up to support the back part, and the massive bat computer at the top. And there's these bridges in the back which look really nice, and I did really cheap out on the back side of it. Look, it doesn't look the greatest at the back, but when does any build look good from the back? Then here we've got the jail cell. It's very easy to escape this prison, but that's not the point. It's there. Ow. Then this is where the suits I kept, I guess. This is the suits area. And then the right side is the transformificator. So Batman stands here. No, the Batman suit is there. It's full Lego minifigure, so you put Bruce Wayne on the front, you twist it around, and the Batman comes. It's very cool. So that's all this Batcave is. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoy my content, subscribe. Comment down below if you want more of these sorts of videos. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoyed my content, subscribe. See you in the next video.